Hey everybody, welcome to the Prime Forecast. My name is Bryce.
Chris.
Ross.
Alex.
That's Alex.
Jesus.
Before we continue, go ahead and like and subscribe. As soon as you do that, the video will resume. So go ahead and just do that.
Holy shit.
Oh my god, it's ridiculous.
Freeze frame.
Alex is showing memes.
Meme tang.
So, let's start it off. Royce to 5'9", Tory Lanez has a little beef. What is this? God damn it. They keep showing me memes. Stop it. We're doing a podcast.
Yes, we're filming things.
All right.
Tory Lanez.
So,
Royce to 5'9". Tory Lanez was picking beef with a lot of people too lately, right?
yeah, with Joyner Lucas. He was one of the guys who's just
garbage.
He's just like shitting on the old R&B guys and stuff. I guess just like the old heads and the usual young shit that they do. And he's like 26, and he's like calling people who are 30 old and stuff. Like, it's nuts to me. But so him and Joyner Lucas had that little spat, that little, battle, whatever the fuck you'd call it, where Joyner like clearly dominated that little boy. Since he's calling us old, we'll call him a little boy. Sure. But little boy, he's just been really mouthy lately, probably because he's got an album coming out.
Oh, surprise!
Yeah, surprise, surprise, guys! It's faker than wrestling, and
pretty much
somebody like some fan or something just asked Royce like, "Hey, in the tour, do you think Joyner Lucas lost the battle against Tory Lanez?" And Royce was just like, "No." And then Tory Lanez just goes off on Royce. And oh god, I forgot this fucking back and forth, but Tory Lanez eventually just said, "Suck my dick," or whatever. Like, why don't you just suck my fucking dick or whatever? And Royce is like, "Hey, just so you know, you said it, not me," and that's it. That's all he said. He said, "Okay," and for the record, like, you said it, not me.
Yeah.
So that implies it's. I wouldn't fuck with Royce, probably.
I definitely would.
Like,
that's not something that you can do lyrically or physically. You know what I mean? Like,
right? I don't know what he was. What Tory Lanez's goal is. I guess like since Tamagotchi 6ix9ine is gone, like Tory Lanez is like someone's got a troll.
I get the whole trolling thing, and like it wouldn't bother me as much as it's like everybody's like, "Oh, I got an ace in the hole." If I'm not that good of an artist and I'm not drawing enough attention to myself, how about let's troll? And it's like that's everybody's go-to. Tekashi 6ix9ine was doing that before Tekashi 6ix9ine, and the reason why him and 50 get along so well is because 50 Cent was doing that shit too. Like, I hate that that's everybody's go-to now.
For them, it was 4chan. No, I'm just kidding.
For them, it was 4chan.
I like when 4chan was doing his thing and taking the piss out of everybody, but it's just like that's kind of.
Yeah.
Did you know that there is a work-safe like 4chan thing now, like a separate site?
Really?
Yeah, like certain forums of theirs, like if you click on them, they go to like a 4channel.com.org or whatever.
Is that like
it's like work-safe
like
stuff?
Reddit Lite?
Is it? I could see that turning out really bad. Like somebody taking a personal vendetta and be like, "Yo, I'm gonna make this the worst thing possible."
I didn't know it was gonna happen, so I was on there. I click on like one of the not safe things, like I don't know what the hell it was, probably B. And then I'm like, "Well, where the hell's wallpaper general?" I was like, "What the hell?" I'm like, "Why is there only anime wallpaper?" And then I'm like, I figured out later that it's like I thought they got rid of it. Turns out it's on a separate thing. And I was like,
you're looking for your hentai wallpapers?
No, I didn't want the anime ones.
Wasn't there a hentai website that shut down recently?
I don't know, Chris.
Tumblr.
Tell us about
Tumblr.
Just baiting you guys.
Yeah. Are you sure you were baiting us? Or just walking into a fucking trap?
I'm the only one not turning red right now. You know what I mean?
Okay,
like,
true.
But yeah.
I haven't.
He's like Googling it over there.
I'm Googling it. Where's the nearest hentai?
No shit.
Yeah, right.
I'm just pulling up the fucking list of the shit that we're gonna talk about. So 21 Savage's album release, I Am, I Was, or I Was, I Am. Either way, I listened to just a few songs. I didn't like it personally.
Do you like any 21 Savage songs though?
I like his features. But
yeah,
that's about it.
I think 21 is a good feature, but
and he had one with Schoolboy Q, and I'm like, all right, garbage. Schoolboy Q comes on, awesome, garbage. The rest is garbage. Like, it was like one of those albums, like
21. Why do you have a 12-track album but only 6 tracks?
Shouldn't you have 21 tracks on it if it's
21 tracks?
You know what I'm saying?
I don't know, man, but it was. Oh my god, I'm just so flabbergasted. Like, there's like not a lot of news going on. That album was. I didn't want to listen to it, so I'm gonna listen to a few songs. I listened to Schoolboy Q and a couple.
So you're saying it's #1 on the Billboard right now?
Probably
is.
Knowing
that's
like,
terrible.
Knowing how all the fucking like rap is going these days.
Yeah, there isn't much going on at the moment.
It was trash.
Either you're going to jail or you're like beefing before the album right now,
or both.
Or both, yeah.
Or both.
Or the album drops after you're in jail.
Wait, when's Kanye coming out with his album?
No clue.
You're just like, don't bring that up.
No. No clue, but it's like, I was just thinking, I had a thought cross in my mind because I was talking about
I thought he should name it Steel Slats. You know, like what Trump calls the wall now.
The thing is, too, about that whole shit is, I was scrolling across Facebook and I saw. Have you all seen the GoFundMe page for the wall?
Yep.
Yeah, it's up
to $1 million or something.
Way more than that.
Have you seen the other GoFundMes that people made like to make fun of it? Where there's one where it's like, well, it will supply ladders to people to get over the wall and shit like that.
That's
and there's one for like shovels or whatever to dig under.
Oh my
God, that's fucking funny.
I'm pretty sure there's no way that the government can even.
I don't know
take that money from him anyway.
I don't think the government can take money for like that for stuff like that. I don't think they can just like have cash exchanged to them for like stuff like that.
Well, if Trump's charity was still up, it would just go to there and then come back.
So is it fraud if whoever set that up just takes the money?
They said that guy is like a known scam artist. All right, and we're back.
And we're back from the cut. We're back from the cut.
Technical difficulties.
Yeah, Ross just... Jesus.
It's fine, I can handle it.
But, I think it's so vague to the point where it's like he worded it like this money is going to go to build the wall. But, like, so no explanation, no description on what wall. And then he's going to build a fucking house and be like, you paid for these 4 walls?
How's that going to work, though, like, when it's not a wall anymore, it's steel slats? That's what Trump said, it's not a wall anymore. It's just these, like, steel things.
Is that, like, just, like, trying to, like...
It's like...
It's trying to appeal
like
to
on
the
Ark.
Democrats.
Yeah,
it's like on Ark where the people who come on the server just build a pillar every so often.
Did you see what they look like? It has where there's like the steel like things like with gap, like they're like weird like like overlapped or whatever. For like there's like gap to where you can like see through it, but it like keeps people from getting through it.
I get it, but like if that was your goal by building a wall to keep immigrants out, like the vast majority of them fly in the country.
I love how they love this because said that wrong. I remember when they, like, the people brought up about, like, the immigration patterns of animals and if the wall would affect it, and they just said, whatever, we don't give a shit.
Like, I think that's the only thing that it'll affect is the animals and the ecosystem.
It's just like Republicans just trying to, like, do the Kanye rebrand, you know, just... this is an affordable health care. Like, people enjoy that. This is Obamacare. This is him. Yeah, it's Obama's fault. Mm-hmm. It's called Obamacare now. And then people, like, you know, the ignorant are like, oh, I fucking hate Obamacare. And like, what do you think about the Affordable Care Act? Oh, it's good.
Yeah.
I like that. but that's Obamacare. What?
Yeah.
I just fucked myself.
No, kid, you're done. No.
Anyway, politics aside, what were we talking about?
It was nice to see
You're
Fox
talking about
News
that Tory Lanez beef.
actually bashing
Tory Lanez ain't building
Trump
a
for
wall.
once, but yeah.
Tory Lane.
Tory Lanez.
What was this whole falling out? Apparently,
Mattis?
Yeah.
Oh,
I didn't like because I tried.
Trump's a child who never listens to people who know more than him. That's all it came down to.
Oh, that's
so we're a politics podcast now. Welcome to the political.
No, I was answering his question.
Right? Yeah, we had a brief sidebar.
Continue.
Yeah, what are we doing now?
He's resigning in February or something.
Yep, something
Cool.
like that.
Just like
very
BA.
you know, catch up on your politics and come back and like and subscribe.
Yeah, talk shit in the comments too. Like, fly your flag, man.
The right flag, not
no, even if you fly the wrong flag. Like, I'm gonna go in there and fry you up in the comments.
The alt-right flag. Alt-right flag. The alt-white.
The alt-white.
Holy shit!
Is that like an off-white flag or something?
You do realize that the white flag was the official like battle flag of the Confederacy, right?
Yep.
I thought you were gonna say France, but
maybe that too. We are off the fucking rails, guys. We need to talk about something that people want to fucking hear.
Reel it in.
Which is
robots. Wait. What were you going
We
on?
already did a podcast on sex robots. Let's talk about the Ebro and Kodak Black shit.
I thought we were going to talk about the Mandela syndrome or whatever it's called. Mandela effect. That's the thing.
Is that where, like, you believe, like the Bernstein Bears?
Yep, that's the thing.
Yeah.
The Bernstein Bears. And we're back.
Holy shit! All right.
Yeah, seriously, cut that.
So you said Kodiak Black and
Kodiak Black.
Yes.
Should
And
we
Ebro.
just restart?
Ebro. Who's Ebro?
No, we're good.
We're
Right.
13 minutes in. We can just make it shorter.
Okay. Yes. All right.
I'm saying really fast.
We go overtime anyways. We're good.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So we were gonna talk
No
about
Thor.
the Ebro and the Kodak Black interview where.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Basically, Ebro and Kodak Black, you know, he's an up-and-coming rapper. He's just dropped a project. And there's some allegations, and he's going through court for some sexual-related charges.
Oh, okay.
The thing that Ebro did is, you know, the interview started off rocky. Then, after it's starting off rocky, it started to get into a little wave or whatever. And after getting into the wave, it just ended super rocky where Kodak walked off.
Okay.
I personally believe, like, it's all or nothing. Like, if you're gonna accuse him of it, and you gotta look at other artists that have been accused of those type of things that were found not guilty, it's innocent until proven guilty. And for you to, like, railroad him and have him try to talk about something he can't talk about, like, I don't think that was right of Ebro.
Yeah.
And then after, like, his response to it was, oh, well, I don't need rappers on my show. Genius. You're a radio show. How the fuck don't you need rappers on your show? Don't play any music.
Hip-hop radio?
Nobody's listening to you. You know, it's like he tried to get out his bag and tried to be a Charlemagne, and you're not Charlemagne. You're not the Breakfast Club. You're Ebro and Associates. Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, I didn't really enjoy that. Like, that's a dumbass hill to die on too, personally. But what does everybody else think?
You know, I think it's savage that the Breakfast Club had a really good interview with him. Like, everybody's being super nice because I don't think they're, like, huge fans of Ebro.
Yeah.
And it's like, contrast, it's like, they look really good right now because they had a successful interview where they didn't talk about his sexual assault allegations or whatever. And Ebro immediately is like, in the interview, he's like, you know, we don't tolerate that kind of stuff. We don't like that. And it's like, well, no shit. You shouldn't probably like sexual assault.
Right.
And he's like, you know, I don't know, tries to skirt around how he's not bringing it up by bringing it up. And Kodak Black was like, that's all you do. Like, you just try to start shit or whatever. Like, we're not talking about this. And then Ebro's co-host, like, tries to, like, you know, turn the conversation to something else or whatever.
Like the moon landing and shit.
Yeah, and Kodak Black is like, you know, was I think gonna go with it or whatever, and Ebro's like, he's like, wait, no, we could stop there. Nobody's gonna tell me what the fuck I can talk about on my show.
Yeah, but
and then Kodak is like, all right, see ya, and then he left or some shit. Like, that's all paraphrasing and stuff. I don't remember exactly because I listened to it a week ago.
Yeah, the fact that Kodak didn't, like, set it on him then and there, you know what I mean, shows a lot of growth because I know a lot of people from Florida, and that's not a fucking thing. Like, disrespect is not a thing. You know what I mean? So it's like, for you to be on there, for you to be on the air, and for you to be disrespected, for him to just react in a way where he was like, yo, if we don't change the subject, I'm leaving. I think that shows a lot of growth for him, because I don't believe, Kodak would have did that. Like, it would have been some problems.
Well, the thing is like, they got, like... And people were talking about, like, where the fuck is your PR and shit? Like, because when all these artists go on the show, it's like, you know, you got your PR person there or whatever, and, like, this is what you could talk about, this is what you can't talk about.
Yep.
And usually when they leave, like, when these celebrities and stuff leave these interviews, is because the interviewer brings it up when they weren't supposed to, and they're just like, okay, fine, you broke the rules, fuck off, leave, whatever.
To be fair, like... If you have things you can't talk about, you probably shouldn't even be like doing interviews.
Well, I mean, if it's an ongoing case, you probably couldn't talk about it anyway, or his lawyers will advise against it. Like,
I mean, just say that.
He didn't say that exactly, but he just said we're not talking about that. We're not going there.
I'll be like, I legally am not going to talk about that.
The thing is, like, with legality and interviewing someone, you know what I mean? It's like, if you, like, obviously, it's all a promo thing. It's all promoting the album, this, that, and a third. If I'm here, whether I'm paying you or you're paying me to be here, if I'm here to promo an album, let's stick to promo an album. Like, I don't want to talk about, hey, so when you were in 3rd grade and you pantsed some kid, you know, like, I don't want to talk about that. And it's like,
I mean, I guess if it was straight up supposed to be only about that, then that's fine.
Yeah, and it's like, I don't want you to think because I am here that I am at your mercy. Like, there's other media outlets that I could go to, and you're showing people that, hey, if you have active cases, you don't need to be nowhere near this place. Which that's what everybody wants to hear. They want to hear your perspective when you're locked up.
Like, if you actually get him to say something, it's huge for you. It gives you a lot more attention, popularity kind of thing.
Yeah, but on the other side, you look like a dickhead. Yeah, you look like a dickhead on the other side. Look like a big old
pecker.
Why would you look like a dickhead if you get a reaction out of somebody? I think that's publicity.
Said if you do that and you don't get a reaction, you look like a dickhead. Is what I'm saying. You're like
necessarily. You're just like,
I was reaching and I didn't get it.
Yeah, so no. At the end, you just say respect and.
Yeah, I mean, they do it. They try to be the shock jockeys like Charlemagne the God.
That's what I'm saying.
They do it on purpose, I'm assuming, half the time, where, like, the guest is in on it. Like,
sometimes.
Charlemagne's like, I'm going to ask you this. Try to, you know, like, is that okay? Like, react normal or whatever, how you would react. And, like, oh, big shit, whatever. Like, Tamagotchi 6ix9ine went on there. He's dumb anyway, but he was just like, he's like, this is going to be your most watched interview. This is going to be it, or whatever, and just, you know, saying dumb shit. And
I'm sure it wasn't, but I'm sure it got decent.
They had a fucking preacher there that, like, prayed for him. They're like, we're going to pray for you. Wow. And I'm like, all right, like, whatever, you know, gets your moral rocks off, I guess.
It's funny, and then, like, you know, it's a radio
it's
show
like
at
gimmicky,
the end of the day. Like,
seems like.
It is. And across the board, but it's like, we respect the first people to come up with that formula, you know, where it's like, hey, I have the edgy person, I have persons that are kind of behind the scenes that have their different shine times, and we respect those people because they were the first to do it. Now everybody else trying to copy and be in that same vein. Like, if you're Ebro, be Ebro. Like, if people don't like Ebro, you're out of a job. That's cool. Yeah. Move on. Don't try to, hey, maybe if I switch it up and be like that Charlemagne guy across the street. You know, like, don't do that.
I did like that he stood his ground and, like, said, no, it was my show kind of thing.
Were they in Florida?
No, but...
Shut up, fucking stand your ground shit.
But Kodak's from Florida.
I do that a lot, where sometimes I'll, like, give in to what somebody says, but then I'll think about it for a second, and I'll be like, no.
You said that he's respectful because he's from Florida.
I do that a lot.
In Florida, if you're not respectful.
So, you know, like,
if I do it, and someone else does it, I have to, like, respect that, man.
When we trick Ross into agreeing with shit, and then he's like, wait, no, I didn't agree to that.
You gotta think, like, if you stand your ground, sometimes that's a dumb hill because, like, it's a dumb hill to die on sometimes. You're like, oh man, I'm gonna speak my truth and stand in my truth. Well, what if you're broke?
You want someone coming on hijacking your show every week, that's fine, but...
Well, I mean, the thing is, if they just come on there with their ass
you're
out for you
giving
to
them
kiss,
publicity, in my opinion.
you just Joe Budden it.
Whatever.
What's crazy is you're not the only outlet. So if they decide, okay, everybody on my record label, since you were disrespectful, everybody on my record label is not coming through there. Hey, I really mess with the kid Kodak Black, as you can see in our next topic we'll get on the Super Bowl. Everybody that messes with Kodak Black, definitely, if he not gonna be in there and if his label's not in there, we're not in there.
How many people are on his side on that?
Kodak Black?
Yeah.
You got number one, the videos that I saw. You got Trick Daddy, which is ultimately one of the kings of Florida. Okay. That just went off on Ebro. You look in the comments, they had so many negative comments towards Ebro that he had to address it the next day on the radio
in Florida?
show.
Like, what's
no, what did Ebro say about it?
Well, why is he? Why did he care about Florida? Then?
Well, after, like, his response, did he backpedal? I didn't see that.
His response is,
what was it?
It was one of those finicky make excuse type things. He goes, well, I brought it up, but I didn't ask him questions. What I said was, you know, I know you got a lot of cases and we don't stand for sexual assault, and maybe someday you can come back on the show and we can talk about it. I'm like, in my mind, in my brain,
why would he ever want to do that?
Don't do that. If you don't stand for it, hey, I'm gonna let the courts decide. If you're found guilty, I don't fuck with you. If you are found innocent, okay, you were in that vein, maybe let's talk about it, maybe not. He's saying, he tried to make it and switch it up like, oh, what would we look like if we stand up with the Me Too movement and all this stuff and we didn't say something about that? And I'm like, you also got to think, is he victimized because of his fame? What's the exact situation? Nobody knows. Yeah. That's what the court's for. You're not the courts. Stay the fuck out of legal shit.
Like, I mean, Bobby Brown did an interview on the Breakfast Club. They didn't. I mean, you know what he's done before.
You'd probably be better off just staying away from those kind of guests in the first place, I guess.
I get it, but what show would you have after that?
Yeah, what rapper would
So you're saying people do
there?
want that. Okay, I understand.
You want Macklemore on
Are you trying to say all rappers are abusing women? Is that what you're trying to say,
I'm not
Chris?
saying all rappers...
Is that what you're saying, Chris?
I'm not saying that all rappers are abusing women, but if you have a music show and you say, I don't need musicians... Number one, I'm going to call you a bullshitter. Because you show me a radio show that doesn't need music.
I know if I had a music show, I wouldn't have people who are even accused of abusing women on it.
See, the thing is he was just doing the shock jock thing. He was just trying to bait a response, get him angry to get the views.
I said that already.
I know. But that's like, I'm just agreeing with you. Like, just reiterating, like, this is what they do. That's their job, is to try to get views, try to be entertaining. Even kicking him off the interview. Look at how the views he's getting. Even if it's negative, it's still publicity.
Exactly.
Because, you know, like, Charlemagne's done stupid shit before, and people still came back. Like,
yeah, Baby didn't ever come back.
Who?
Baby. All three of y'all. Put some respect on my name.
Oh, yeah. He did, yeah.
He didn't. You know, and it's I get it, you know what I mean? You don't even want that vibe, but at the same time, if I say, and this is a terrible example, and I'm almost hesitant on using it. If I say, you know what, Roddy? You were accused of being a racist. We're not friends anymore. It's like, but I'm not.
I mean, you could use that, I guess.
Then what? You know? If you're even accused of doing something, I'm not trying to say that I don't know what happened. And I'm not trying to speak against the victim, for him, against him, whatever the fuck. I'm just trying to say, like, the facts are facts. That's what court is for. You're not going to get court on a radio show. And number two, that little, I don't need artists. The artists need us. Actually, they don't. You're not a top rated radio station in the nation. You're not. They don't need you. You need them.
Dude, yeah, no one. Oh my god, it's ridiculous. The whole fucking situation's ridiculous. It's just, you know, fodder for publicity for Kodak and for Ebro. Like, who cares? Honestly, it comes down to who gives a shit.
The Breakfast Club. I just wanted to get that out there. But hey, they're not paying me. The Breakfast Club is better than Ebro show.
If they gave me the bag, like I'd be like, Alex. I mean. People, what's going on?
You know, what's their deal? And because he's accused of it, you wouldn't be able to talk to him anymore. Yeah. Like,
can you not talk about that, Alex?
You know, like, I think that's it's a terrible situation to be in on both sides, and you got somebody fighting for their freedom, and you got somebody, just like Kodak said, that's just popping bullshit and thinks it's a joke. Like, I don't think my freedom's a joke, you know. So like that's crazy. And then, you know, as kind of caveat into our next topic with, you know, the Super Bowl, and you got Maroon 5 who, you know, arguably
thumbs down.
You guys don't like Maroon. I like Maroon 5. I've liked Maroon 5 since they first came out, and they kind of had a sound that's changed, evolved.
Popular off of Steve.
When they changed is when I didn't like them anymore. So
industry plant, since they became,
you know, and it's like
Maroon 5 became famous off of a cover of a Supertramp song that they didn't even do better than. What's the name of the song? Take a Look at My Girlfriend.
Oh, that was Gym Class Heroes. Man.
That was Gym Class Heroes.
What?
Adam Levine was on the track, but that was Gym Class Heroes.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, was it Maroon 5?
No, that was Patrick Stump.
Oh shit!
No.
Oh, Google. Go to Google.
Class Heroes had Adam Levine
Google Showdown.
Oh no, you're thinking of the other one. I'm thinking of the other song of theirs. Mm-hmm. What the hell's the other song of theirs? That Stereo Hearts one. That's
never heard of it.
That's the one I'm thinking of.
Oh, that was super
I mixed
popular.
it up.
Yeah.
I mixed it up. My bad.
But you know,
Cupid's Chokehold, Breakfast in America.
That's the one that was.
They did that cover.
Yeah.
I thought that was Maroon 5.
Nope.
No, that's
Maroon 5 was in the others.
What did Maroon 5 do?
Maroon 5's like list of shit that they've done is insane.
Their like first album was good, then they were trash.
See the fact the fact that you can admit their first album is good.
I think once you got on The Voice, like anything after that was like just not even worth your time.
It got really poppy. You know what I mean? And it's like sometimes
it's like Coldplay, where eventually they.
It's like they started out as like a soft kind of like poppy rock, but now they're like full poppy.
That's insane. See, I don't even know Maroon 5 hit then.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do. Yeah.
No, I don't.
If you've been downtown ever, you know a Maroon 5 song.
I have been downtown.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of like the names of them,
we need to start over.
Sunday
just cut
morning,
it all out so you can listen to this shit and know what we're talking about.
Good. All right, but while he's looking up Maroon 5, they have they made a comment recently about hip hop is behind all innovation in music right now.
That's an extremely popular buzz phrase to say.
How valid do we view this statement?
It's the same wave that rock and roll had, that rock had. So it's
rock's reach was kind of.
Rock's reach is everywhere still, but it's like you had you had your folk music or whatever in your blues, and then it eventually branched off into rock and roll, and then that branch another branch is country or whatever. Then you got the hybrids, and then the more popular genres always win out. Because that's where the money is.
Yeah.
So country started becoming more rock centric. You had, the 90s, especially country. You had, Garth Brooks, especially. Like, a lot of his stuff was kind of rock centered, I would say. And the Eagles, Leonard Skinner.
Is that country?
Eagles? Yeah, it's country rock hybrid.
Damn it!
It's like that classic rock kind of like country.
It's a hybrid. Like them and Leonard Skinner are like the perfect hybrids for country rock.
It's called Southern rock.
Southern rock.
That kind of stuff. Yeah.
But
I need to shower.
And then eventually, hip hop became popular. You got Run DMC, Aerosmith, Walk This Way. Mm-hmm. You got samples from rock bleeding into rap all the time. Mm-hmm. So rap took from rock. You got your hybrids, you got your Linkin Parks, your, what's the kids about shooting kids in school or whatever? POD.
Oh.
Youth of a Nation.
I thought you were going to bring up Florida Georgia Line for a second. I was like, no.
Well, I'm saying about the Black Keys or something.
That was about dying young. POD.
The Black Keys. But then, you got the hybrids that, borrow from each other, form it. You had the country rock, but now you got now hip-hop's taking the forefront.
Country hip-hop.
So you got the hybrid. Now country's trying to take from rap. So now you got,
Hey man, Red Light King was great.
Yeah, Red Light King. I did like that one song they had.
Ross was a big fan of what was their face? Hollywood Undead.
Hollywood Undead, yeah.
Undead.
They were like, meh.
I haven't kept up with them, but they're all right.
Rap rock it's fucking
Slipknot.
great, dude.
Yeah. Slipknot had a lot of hip hop elements. Like,
Did you hear their new
Wait and
song or
Bleed
whatever
Slipknot?
that came out in the last like month or so? That's hardcore, just like back to their old roots kind of
Slipknot?
shit.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh man, I gotta listen to that.
Yeah, I'd probably give that a listen.
I gotta listen to that.
I don't like their more hard stuff, but I do like.
I thought it seemed
Still
like a pretty
some of
good
it.
balance. I don't know.
You're biased though, because you like Slipknot.
Well,
I like Slipknot, so I'm biased.
yeah, I was gonna say I don't know if you can call me biased.
I'm not biased.
I am biased. I
for
mean,
Slipknot because I like a lot of Slipknot, but I also don't like a lot of Slipknot.
when I was a young
I don't like
boy,
the screamy stuff.
that's part of
sorry.
it. Like,
I do like psychosocial though.
that's all right.
it is.
Don't go too far, man. We might get sued.
Oh shit!
We do not own the rights.
My bad, folks. My bad, folks. All right, let's get moving
I
though.
think you could do like 3 to 5 seconds of a song and then you won't get in trouble.
So what Adam Levine is pointing towards is the fact that genres use each other and eventually one wins out.
Yeah.
Rock isn't going anywhere for a very long time, I'd say. So hip hop and rock is a great fucking combo too. You got like, especially back in the day, like Beastie Boys, shit. Like I already said, Run DMC, Walk This Way. You got even Berserk used the Billy Squire sample. Tons of samples going every fucking which way.
Yeah.
But you see, country is bleeding into pop. So you got your pop country with your pop artists doing.
Oh man,
I heard one on the radio this morning, and I was just like, oh no, like reaching in my glove box, like where's it at, so I can end this.
What's crazy is
No, I'm
that
kidding.
when I was watching the Country Music Awards, I hate that I was there. I heart your face, friends, for buying me the tickets and having me there. It was a good time. I promise. But when I was at the Country Music Awards screening, Pink was there, so Pink is country now, and what is that?
Well, I know, like, I listened to, what the hell is that called? You guys keep talking.
Okay.
I'll think of it.
But yeah, so Pink is country now, and I'm like, okay, I can start seeing, because I don't listen to a lot of country, so I'm like, I can start seeing the blurred lines between, the country and the pop, and...
I figure out. She does.
Nelly fucking ruined it.
She does stuff with she does a lot of stuff with indie artists and shit, and I'm sure that kind of got her into that vein.
Oh, sure. I'm not saying it's bad. It's just that I really don't listen to a lot of country. Like, I listen to a Chris Stapleton song because that is like, you can't like R&B without liking bluesy type stuff, and that is his vein. Like, he does it very well. It's very, very well.
You know who else did it very well?
No. Okay, I just came to the conclusion that Nelly did ruin it.
John Denver.
He ruined it for everybody. He was the bridge that gapped the genres.
The over and over again.
Yup. Tim McGraw, Nelly.
Yeah.
What's that fucking window down shit with
Florida Georgia Line.
Florida Georgia Line and fucking Nelly. It's Nelly.
Wait, he did a song with them?
Yeah.
No.
He was it. Oh, girl, you're like a song. You make me want to roll my windows down and just end
I know
it.
that song.
Jump out and end it.
Jump out and
He just ended 70
Nelly
miles.
did ruin it. Snoop Dogg was doing country for a while, wasn't he? Bobby Brown was doing country for a while.
Darius Rucker was doing country for a while.
Darius Rucker he's like one of the most popular country artists right now.
He is.
There's a large amount of people who listen to country who are not a fan of him, though.
Well, yeah, because he's black.
It's like, let's call
Darius Rucker, they've done shows about this and stuff. He said it was extremely difficult for him to branch out into country, which is a genre for some reason he wanted to get into.
Isn't there some young dude that's really popular right now that's like part black or black?
What is it, Kane Brown?
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, that's what I heard. I saw this person, and I didn't know what genre. I just saw a picture of this person on Facebook, and he had Yeezys on, and he was on stage, and I'm like, oh, is this a rapper?
Is he?
No, it's not.
He's at the Grand Ole Opry in Yeezys.
Yo, Like, what is this?
Cowboy hat and Yeezys would be fucking crazy.
Yo, I might have to do it for scientific purposes.
Cowboy hat and Yeezys?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that would be insane.
Gotta have a belt buckle too, right?
Right?
Gotta have the tucked in button up with the belt buckle.
Tender Crisp Bacon Cheddar Ranch or something.
Just email Kanye. Just don't tell anyone about this, but cowboy boot Yeezys, and then see if he makes them in the next year.
Cowboy boot Yeezys.
Try to plant that
Holy
seed.
shit, yeah,
Cowboy
with the
boots.
Trump support,
What if he had like a smart belt buckle that like was part of the whole thing that like syncs with the shoes? That teaches you how to teaches you how to line dance
or auto lace? What the fuck? Or auto lace? Like, no, that's Nike. He's Adidas.
No, and Kanye, the belt would just
auto
be
laces
like,
are coming back though, man.
like
They're actually gonna be basketball shoes.
Yeah.
What?
Auto laces are coming back for like half the price they were, and they're going to be actual made
Well,
for
half of 1,000 is 500.
more 750 down to 300 and something.
Yeah.
They're cheaper than Big Baller Brand.
And they're actually going to be functional basketball shoes now.
That's expensive.
I like how the tech looks, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna like how the tech feel, because like there's little buttons where you can press and like adjust the tightness on it and all that other shit. But it's like I like the Marty McFlys, so like with me being a purist, I know I'll never have a pair of those. And it's like this is the next best thing technically with the technology, but I don't know. I've been there.
They'll get their
those, right?
I almost bought for $250. I remember I almost bought a pair of Chinese knockoff Nike Air Mags.
Yep.
They were black and gold.
Oh man.
Instead of your standard gray and white, like the Marty, standard.
Yeah.
Oh, they look so fucking good. They look so fucking good. I couldn't afford it. I couldn't do it. I couldn't justify it. I ended up just not doing it.
That's crazy. The fake shoe game has become so expensive because it's like unauthorized authentic. So it's made in the same factories that are the same materials. They're just kind of selling a little bit on the side or whatever. And like that whole dynamic has just exploded. There's shit online about, oh yeah, go through StockX. Now it's been put out that they're selling fake shoes, and like it's real hard to keep up in the shoe game. Like,
well, a lot of them are fucking 1-to-1s at this point.
Yeah,
like
you got people over there in the factories making them, and you got people that are bringing up home pairs off the line. Like, how do you not take advantage of that? Like, that's like cutting out the middleman. Nike's the middleman.
It's not like some of these Chinese knockoffs. Like I said, they're like 1-to-1s, and the theory behind that, or the reason, I don't know if this is confirmed, but the theory behind it is that Nike orders, so many shoes to be made at a factory in China. The factory in China makes all these shoes. Then they have extra material. They make extra shoes. They fill their order.
Yep.
But now they have all these extra shoes or material to make shoes, so they either make the shoes after or already have the extra shoes, and then they sell them for a greatly discounted price on their website. So you're gonna, shipping is like gonna be like a month or something, and not that expensive, but you're essentially getting 1-for-1s. Like, I'm trying to think if I did that, if I bought any.
Don't admit to it, but.
What's crazy is
I don't care if I think it or not.
I think it's a different ball game. Like, I think if you buy fakes that are really good, it's almost like a haha Nike, you know what I mean, or haha Adidas.
I have Kobe fakes.
Kobe fakes?
Yeah. But I didn't.
Were those the Flynet ones?
Yeah, I didn't buy them on a website though or anything.
Well,
where did I get them?
Okay,
at?
that's what it
Pawn
was.
shop?
I think I got them at like a pawn shop or something. Yeah.
I think the dynamic is pretty cool though, because like with certain shoes, they don't even pursue these people that are like just selling the knockoffs because it doesn't hurt their margin. If I do an extremely limited run of something, and I'm like, hey, no matter what, I'm selling 200 units, you might sell 100 units that you're doing on the side, but I for sure make my money off these 200. And
you're going to be pre-ordered out already. So
yeah,
so
if you're already
you're
selling the
them all.
max you're going to sell, I guess you don't really care.
Yeah.
And
the
then
only
it's
people
like,
that might care is the people who bought them for whatever price you were charging.
yeah. It's like
But yours are the real deal, man. Yours
get them a
aren't.
certificate of
Yeah,
authenticity.
exactly.
And it's like
Real fake shoes.
Real fake shoes.
Right? Who's like? What do you guys think the dynamic is about telling if shoes are authentic or not? Like, do you think that StockX has some like scientists on the
You
payroll?
just like hold a black light up
like,
to it and you can see imperfections.
Pretty much,
right?
it's like, just like Magic cards.
Yep.
Every single brand has a tell.
Yeah.
And they essentially just will check those tells or whatever.
Okay.
Like every single type of shoe and brand will have a specific thing that's wrong with it. Like, oh, the tag isn't on that side, it's on this side. Or the stitch here, you know, it goes all the way, but on here.
Or it's
tongue,
a different kind of stitch or something.
Yeah, the tag isn't on the back of the tongue, it's on the side of the shoe on the inside or whatever. It's like small shit like that. Like the 3M stuff.
Yeah.
Like, take a picture, that's supposed to have 3M. If it doesn't have the 3M, it's not the real shoe. Like,
that's how I'm wearing
soles, shit like that. Like,
Sure.
yeah.
Yeah. That's kind of...
They got tells.
It's kind of crazy, but it's like, could you imagine being that person? My whole life is knowing this one shoe. And, like, that's all you do is look at shoes all day. Like,
I can't wait to buy knockoff Yeezys.
just buy them. Yeah. I think we should.
Because I want those belugas. That's like the only Yeezy I've
the
ever
belugas
liked.
or the 2.0 belugas.
The first ones with the orange writing.
I like both of them.
I probably would like both. I don't know. Because they look like my Adidas Sloops.
Yeah, I think we bought those around the same time.
Yeah.
Those shoes are great and comfortable.
Or Adidas SL Loop, whatever the fuck they are.
Yeah, I like sloops. That sounds dope.
Yep.
Sloops. Yeah, bitch.
But let's transform here.
Yeah.
All right, Optimus
Bumblebee.
Prime transforming.
Bumblebee.
We're gonna go to video games. Yay! Video
boy.
games and other shit.
Yep.
Soldier Boy is still selling more consoles now for like $400 now or some
Are
shit.
people buying
Is he
them?
getting into hot water with Nintendo over that?
He can get sued apparently.
But it's
People
no,
are
like,
suggesting he can get sued.
Okay,
So if he does, that would be great. Alfonso Ribeiro, Carlton from what's that show? Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I've seen every episode of.
Okay.
He's suing Fortnite for a dance. Millie's Millie. What's his name? Millie Rock. 2 Millie. He's suing for a dance. Backpack Kid is now suing Fortnite.
I saw there's like at least 3 to 6 people who are like suing for dances.
Yeah, and the Backpack Kid was so excited to be in the game. Like in the first place, he's like, "I'm just happy I'm in the game." But then he came out with a statement because kids have to have fucking statements now, I guess.
Yep.
And he's like, "I'm just doing what the adults say, what's best for me or whatever."
Yeah,
so it's like parents' lawyer are now suing Fortnite. Yeah. They got too big. They expanded too far. They blew up on the scene. That gets a lot of attention, and then bam, it goes away.
Outside of the dances, how good is this game? Like, because I know people who play.
It's
the
like
game.
crack for people between the ages of like 12 and like 20.
Like I played.
Kids are looking for a game that's free to play and you can play.
Didn't you see?
But I played PUBG.
Didn't you see Academics
for like kind of a little older crowd? Like,
didn't you see Academics and Lil Yachty go head to head in Fortnite?
No.
What about when Drake came on Fortnite and played with Ninja, the top streamer or whatever?
No, like
and they broke the
stream,
things. The Twitch views.
Yeah, like
no,
I've
it
heard
is.
About these
It
things.
is. It was a craze, and it's extremely popular. But it's no Minecraft, and it's definitely no Pokemon craze.
Like
nothing's beating the Pokemon craze. That was fucking nuts.
Oh, when it happened,
yeah, that was fucking nuts.
I thought you meant like still. I'm like, I don't know about now.
I'm sure in some places it's still going.
It's still pretty.
The games
with
still
like
sell like crack.
40-plus-year-old people. I know a lot of them.
Anime is probably still going. Like Japan, still probably a huge deal. Like Pokemon is still going. Like, and that's been since the '90s. You got Minecraft, which is, I think it's got the most views on Twitch again. Maybe? Might be close. Well, might be beating Fortnite again.
Minecraft has their own show on Netflix too, where it's like an interactive thing where you make choices for the main character, and
they had the Telltale Minecraft game.
Crazy.
Like Minecraft was a craze too, and people were like, "That might rival Pokemon," but it didn't. No fucking way it rivaled Pokemon.
Right,
but it was.
What
insane.
I'm asking is the game good? Like from people that, because I've never played Fortnite.
Yes.
Like Fortnite, it's
unbiased opinion.
It's a watered down version of a lot of other games that came before it, but it was free to play.
It's pretty much you can break things, you can build things, and you kill people.
Okay.
To win the game.
You know what a battle royale game is? Yeah. It is one of the first few Battle Royale games. Yeah. And it had a different mechanic that the other ones didn't have, which is where you can hit trees, rocks, buildings, cars,
break walls to find secret treasure chests,
to speedy build and make structures. So when you're fighting people and you got some stupid little bitch with a macro that's fucking clicking and building fucking 3-story house in 2 seconds, and you're trying to kill the fucker, and you're wondering why building's even in the fucking game, that's Fortnite.
Sounds like it came from a very personal.
That's why I quit. Fuck.
You either have the core to fortress, or you just have something that can just shoot out the bottom of their fortress, and the whole thing falls and they die.
Yep. And they got like traps and stuff that you put in the houses that you build.
Didn't they put some sword in the game that they had to like take out because it was too OP or something?
Probably. They had Thanos in the game, the Infinity Gauntlet thing.
What?
They have events. It's like they keep like the same map or something, but they keep adapting it and changing it. Unlike other games where they make new maps, it's just extremely popular. Makes billions of dollars a year, just this game alone, in microtransactions, which are just skins. And I got a fucking skin. I got skins going on eBay right now for fucking $60 and like $180 buy it now or some shit. Go ahead and go to eBay. Go ahead and type in that Fortnite. Okay. But no, I was like on there. I'm like, it's probably not going to sell for the $60. But I was like, this is pretty nuts.
The fact that you're getting money off an object that is not tangible is kind
promotional
of crazy.
Skins. I've spent like. I played League of Legends.
I was gonna say they make all their money off microtransactions.
Yeah, I probably put an extra. I probably put $60 in the League of Legends.
Company.
It's a free to play game, so it's like but they have where they have a huge champ selection, which is you pick a champ to play the fucking game.
Yep.
But you can pay them with in-game currency that you earn through just playing. But like every other game that does that, they make the grind so fucking stupid that you're like, do I want to spend a week of straight playing to get this character, or spend, how much is it? Like $5 for a fucking character.
Yeah,
Depends on how
$10
new they are.
maximum.
Some of them are cheap, some of them are not.
Yeah, the older ones are cheap, newer ones, and then the price goes down as they age.
Yep.
Sure.
But it's like. Eventually, and they have the free champ rotation, which is like 6 champ rotation
the
for a
teaser
week.
They'll make you try to buy
yeah, so you can test out the champ, and then it rotates every week. So eventually, you can play all the champs without unlocking them. You just have to wait forever. It's like, or just buy them.
Jeez.
But they have skins for that game too,
and they're smart too, because within I don't know if it's the first week or like the next week after it comes out, they make the newest champ like. They'll put it in the free champ rotation to tease you and be like, "Here, buy this."
Oh,
and I bought.
That business model is great sounding for them, not for the consumer. But
I bought skins. I bought skins in League, Dota 2. What are the games I played that really had skins? Black Ops 4. I'm going to be buying skins as soon as my tiers unlock. But you could pay money to unlock the tiers faster too.
Yep.
With the in-game currency. Otherwise, you can grind it out, which is
it's supposed to be easier this time around. But
yeah,
the
I'm
first
like on
time
tier 11
like,
only.
They calculated it out.
They
calculated it out on the first event thing for the month or whatever. That it was the 30 days or whatever. People would have had to have played 8 hours a day with like an average like match length in order to unlock all 200.
200 tiers.
Yeah. Yep. 8 hours a day, full time.
And this is a 60-day tier or something, and it's for 60 days, and there's like how many tiers?
Oh, it's only 60 days? Fuck.
Yeah, it's 60 days, but how many tiers are there? Like 100?
200. The last one was 200.
Last one was 200.
This one isn't 200.
I only got the 90-something one in the last one. So.
Oh, God. I didn't know it was ending.
See, I
was up to like 120, 130 or some shit. Like,
wow, I was at like 80 by the end.
Yeah, you must play more than all of us.
Jeez.
Holy shit.
Probably. Well, no, I don't know. I think I was unlocking the tiers faster. I don't know. And when I did start, I accidentally used my free currency that I got in game. I accidentally purchased like the first 20 tiers, I think.
Oh, that helps, yeah.
It's like, unlock this tier, and I'm like, sure. And I'm like,
oh, currency.
Currency.
You actually unlock everything up to that tier.
Yep.
Damn.
Yep. Because like I need to get to tier.
Unlock for 100 points or whatever. It's like, oh wait.
this is 20 tiers. This is 2,000 points.
Yep.
It's like, oh, shit. Fuck. Well, I unlocked a shit ton
You
of tiers.
want to unlock it when they
20.
do the promotion for half-price tiers where it's only 50. That's when you do it.
Yeah, they had the 2 times tier XP. And I just grinded for that.
Yeah, I played during that a little bit, but I didn't get to play a lot.
Yeah.
I was busy.
I'm hoping that's going this weekend because then I'll get a mega tier.
They also put out the new PUBG map.
But they got cool skins. I'll buy some more skins.
Let me get this straight.
I don't like spending over $60 usually on any game.
You buy a game for $60.
Yeah,
I usually don't anymore, but
you buy half a game for $60 now.
You wait till like a special like a sale happens and just
yeah. Black Ops 4 we got on sale for like $37 or something.
I pre-ordered it or I bought it right after it launched just because I was like, you know what?
Didn't you guys buy the deluxe edition that was like $1,000?
I bought the one up. I didn't buy the highest tier. I bought the one up from the standard edition.
Yeah, I just bought the middle tier that gives you the free maps.
50 something only.
I bought the one that has the pass because you get all the extra maps.
Yeah, that's what I bought too. The pass one.
You get an extra.
And now I'm gonna have to get the pass thing.
This is fucking crazy.
Yeah,
I mean that's how games
what they do
work.
nowadays
like
is they sell you half a game and then there's the DLC that you pay for that adds extra content in.
Well, to be fair, Black Ops was complete.
It's not like
it's a complete game.
It's not like back in the day when Halo 2 was complete, but they're like, you know what? We'll give you a few more maps.
Just and then everyone
have one of your friends pay like $8 or whatever at Walmart, get the map pack. You all can fucking use it.
Yep, just pass it around. We had I'm trying to remember a game. Was it the original Black Ops that had the expansion or something? There was a game where my friends had the expansion, and I couldn't play with them unless I also had the expansion. And I'm pretty sure that was Black Ops.
Could have been. It could have been like a Counter-Strike
if they
game
have
as
the
well,
maps
too,
and you don't.
Yeah, it was like I think it was
lobby,
an extra map pack or whatever.
Yeah, it could
and my
be.
friends are like, "Oh, let's play," and I couldn't queue with them because it's like, "Oh, you don't have access to these 4 maps." So
And
you
that
can't
four-
queue
What's
with them.
funny is they're dicks because they could probably disable it and play with you like that map pack or whatever if they wanted to.
Yeah, but
I don't
if
know.
I spend fucking $60
No, I think they
on
just
something
bought the
like
map
that,
pack for me because I refused.
Well,
to.
that would work too.
That's back when we were like Black Ops kings. We were doing really.
I remember
good
the
Black
last
Ops.
Call of
That was
Duty I
on
played
console,
before
though.
Black Ops 4 really was like Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah,
Which
it's been a long
I
time.
still like Modern Warfare 1 better because you could primary a shotgun, but
Yeah, I played Black Ops, I think, and then aside from the old ass
Roddy played Black
original
Ops.
What do you
Call
mean
of
you could
Duty
do the
games.
mod where you have 2 secondary weapons instead of like a primary and a secondary? There's a thing. There's a wild card.
Because I know Roddy played the first. He got the first Black Ops for Xbox 360, didn't you?
Might have been. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think that's
so.
the
I was
game
there
that we
for
were
that.
playing quite
Black
a bit.
Ops?
Yeah.
Black Ops was a really fucking
Yeah.
good game.
I was never good at those games, but it was always a good time to go online and try to shoot people. And like my thing is talking shit on a game. Like
Oh,
if I
yeah,
could talk shit,
Absolutely.
I'm golden. Whether win, lose, tie, like if I could talk shit, I am golden. And like that's my video game.
It's pretty much
experience.
practice makes you better. Like just like most things.
Yeah,
like,
sure.
You grind it out, you'll get over that 1 KDA, that 1.0 KDA.
Until you start on the next
Not
gun and you have
KDA.
no
Well, it
idea
sucks
how
for
to
me
shoot
because
it.
I'm not like one of them headshot people. I like mentally always go center mass, like how you should in real life, I guess.
Yeah,
So it's like
that's
well.
crazy.
Yep.
Yeah,
It
that's
is.
nuts.
It is nuts, but I can't. I'm gonna do some more grinding. I don't know how long I'm gonna be playing Black Ops 4 until I get the next game comes along. That's usually what I do. Is I find a game,
The next
just play
game is
that.
gonna be
I do
the
it.
Outer
I do my
Worlds,
tier skip for the
Yeah.
day, and then if I feel like it, I play a few more. Usually is what I do.
It's gonna be the Outer Worlds is the next game, dude.
Maybe I'm hoping so. I'm trying to talk other Chris
Far
into
Cry.
Fallout 76.
It's
But
on sale right now. You can get it for.
I'm gonna get it for 20.
You see, I bought it when it was on. Since I do the Humble Monthly, I can get it for an extra 10% off. So that's what I always do.
Oh man, big spender.
Humble monthly.
Yep.
You get like $100 worth of games for $12 a month.
Oh, that's fucking sweet.
Yeah.
So-
Humble
it's
bundle,
like-
yeah.
So the thing about the
No free
Fortnite
advertising.
dances, going way back on this,
Yeah.
the Fortnite dances, their Fortnite or Epic Games has a deal with some of the dances to have them in the game, like the rights to have them in the game.
Yep, probably
but
the
some
more-
of these they
yeah.
don't have the right. Like they didn't pay these people, and that's probably why they're suing.
The thing is, like, what came out, and I was
Well,
reading a few articles about
Epic
it.
are the ones who got rid of Cliff, just took Gears of War from him and then sold it to Microsoft, right?
Yeah, that's fine. I don't care.
You gotta move that way, I guess, being a business. But like, the problem is like, I was reading articles and people are like, you can't copyright a dance.
And then you gotta can you prove that you were the first person to do it, or like any of that kind of crap?
It's like you have to prove your case, and like it's almost a dynamic.
Like I know with the Carlton dance thing, they said there's like footage of other people doing similar things like before him.
Well, that was like the '80s dance for ladies, like
and then you can find interviews.
That's what I'm saying.
But no, he did it smooth. Yeah, and then he does that this thing at the end, and that's what he did on Dances with the Stars or whatever, and that's what's in Epic Games. It's not just this part.
Yeah, I know.
They added the second part to it, which is why I think they're getting sued, because
it's possible he might win something.
So you think it has a leg to stand on or not? Like, do you think this is...
Like I said, it's all about how the law is for that kind of stuff.
What I'm saying is like your personal... Like, do you think that they should be able to have a leg to stand on?
I think they should have at least asked permission. You know what I'm saying?
Do the Weird Al.
Or
we don't have to, but we ask permission.
Or like send him a freaking swag pack, especially for like the backpack kid. It's like, hey kid, we're gonna put your dance in a game. Oh wow, that's a really great platform. Also, we're gonna give you a ton of free shit that other people don't have access to. Like at least some sort of olive branch should be like, hey, we're exploiting your dance for a long time.
We're gonna make millions of dollars.
Don't they just pay him to do a commercial for him or something?
Yeah, like something.
Speaking of microtransactions, I want to keep going because we're about at an hour here.
Holy shit.
We can go longer though.
So Fallout 76 was a failed game. They did not provide refunds. I think they're still in the process of fighting for that. Mm-hmm. The canvas bags that they claim they are now making because there was such pushback for it, and that was where they were getting sued for what do you call it? Like it's the false advertising essentially. Okay. They said it's going to be a canvas bag. It came in nylon and trash. People like that's false advertising. You can't do that.
Sure.
So now they're backpedaling, and now it's 4 to 6 months, they're saying, before you can even get your canvas bag, because they have to manufacture it and stuff, probably find the cheapest, lowest bid place they can.
Well, shit, if Luke shit is bullshit.
It gets worse.
So much bullshit. Because we have, and I get that the factories are where the factories have. We have released, like we were just talking about sneakers earlier. We have a sneaker idea that comes out and is pushing its way towards the factories, and we can get bootlegs out as fast as we can get the real shoe out. Like manufacturing, I think that's bullshit.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I mean, they're probably just gathering the funds, and how they're gathering the funds is by adding an $18 Power Armor skin to the game. Ross was like, "Oh, I'm gonna buy that."
No, I just think it's funny. Now, if it looks like that, I'll buy it.
Holy shit!
Which one, Horace?
Yeah,
that is badass.
Jeez.
But that's like usually you got skins like League of Legends is even fucking pushing it. They got like $10 fucking skins. Like that's just fucking ridiculous. I've only bought
tiers
one.
Like legendary, epic,
like legacy. This one will never be back.
It goes back in the vaults and it might come out once a year.
Yeah, might as well slap a 20 spotter on it. And
they do the same thing with a lot of shit. I'm starting to see that.
Disney started that shit. We're putting it in the vault, guys.
Oh, you know what else they do? You know what else League of Legends does with their currency, riot points or whatever? They got a skin, right? Mm-hmm. It costs 800 RP. Yep. 800 riot points.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. You could buy this package for $5, but that's only 700 riot points.
Yeah, it'll be less than you need.
But for $10, you can get 1,000 riot points.
$13.50.
Yeah.
I'm not doing exact.
It's like a bonus 80 if you buy the bigger.
Yeah, but see, you can't. The skin is priced in the middle, so you can't buy the lower tier.
Yep.
You have to buy the higher tier.
Usually, yep.
And then you could buy that skin and have 200 RP left over to buy the next skin you want. But then you have 900 RP, and this skin you want is 1350. And it's it's all mathed out to where you can't buy two of the lower tiers. You got to go one up higher, or two of the lower tiers will be the exact same as the tier higher. And it's in the middle, so you always have to buy the higher tier.
Yeah.
It's fucking. That's a crazy hustle though. Like the people behind figuring out how to get that cash grab, because I remember, in the era, like I don't play a lot of recent video games, but I remember the era where, me and my brother would sit down and like put a game in the Sega Genesis and like play the shit out of the game, and that was it. You had to buy the console, you had to buy the game, you had to buy the controller. That didn't come with
Except
the console.
for Turok, you had to rebuy
Did you hear the hype for like the new consoles? Like they're going to be coming out like in the next while.
The next gen.
Yeah, the next gen.
What about them?
Well, a lot of the early talk is that Microsoft is going to dominate it, but we'll see. I guess
possible. They're going to just release a. Well, no, they want to do a stream box where it's like
they said
half stream, half.
They said that they're going to have like their
digital,
more expensive one, like like the 4K, like more expensive one, and then they're going to have like a lower tier one for like people who don't want to spend the money. Like on release, they're gonna have that. Instead of later on being like, oh, here's the affordable one. Like
Xbox
after like
2?
a long time.
Yeah, they also had an idea of leasing consoles too. Like you pay monthly subscription, you get the console, and then once it's paid off, you can have it probably plus interest.
So consoles are going the way that iPhones are going, basically.
And the bigger one will have like a solid state.
Yeah,
like hard drive and stuff like that.
Yeah, iPhone first they took the headphone jack, then they took the whatever. Now eventually you just don't.
Now
even
they're
get
taking your butt.
Now you don't even get a phone.
Now they're getting sued about screen size and shit.
Now they removed iPhone 11. They removed the phone. Dude.
See this notch on top? We're not getting those pixels. Why were you adding them into the screen size? Like kind of shit like that.
Yep. That's make crazy. Apple great again.
That's crazy, and because I'm an Apple consumer as of recently-ish,
I might be switching back to Apple phones.
I don't think I would ever do that.
It's a preference thing, but they came out with the iPhone X, and then they came out with more affordable versions after, and I'm wondering how many people stuck their neck out and got the originals. Like, oh man, this is so great. Just to have a cheaper model with the same functionality and a little bit of difference.
Well, at least Microsoft's up front with it, saying we're releasing them both right away, like a cheaper and a more expensive one.
It's just crazy to hear that consoles, because I told y'all, the last console that I myself owned is a PlayStation 2.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's a totally different era of gaming. That's a totally different era of, the things we had to look forward to is if you bought Vice City, you got a T-shirt with it and shit.
They still do
the map. You get the map with
except it doesn't come with the game anymore. You'll go to the store and buy your Call of Duty, and there'll be a display to the side with shirts and stuff that you got to pay for.
Oh shit! Damn.
But
then don't they have
swag with games is good. But now they have it in the deluxe editions, like Fallout 76, where it's $200.
But not when
you get that helmet.
Not when the swag is like a fucking poster though, or something stupid. That was dumb.
You gotta think though. Video games have branched out and become so huge that there's a Call of Duty Jeep Wrangler and shit like that. It's a totally different.
I got a collector's edition for Diablo 2 over there. That comes with the game. A DVD of the cinematics for some reason. I don't think it's even a making of
probably
DVD.
Not,
no, they got the soundtrack and they got the art book and D20 system with it. A Diablo D20 system, which is D&D dice rolling system game that comes with it.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
nice.
Comes in a big box. Cool. It's sweet as fuck. But Nintendo's being taken to court for illegal no refund eShop pre-order policy. In Europe, this is just in Europe, which is essentially you pre-order a game, Nintendo's like, that's it, no refund. You pre-order, that's it. Which is how it works here, but in Europe they're like, you can't do that. You got to refund people if they want a fucking refund.
Yeah,
for pre-orders.
Nintendo
and stuff.
Not refunding either.
Because Europe is like, you're not giving them anything until the game actually comes out, so they're paying you for nothing. So if they take it out if they want it back before they receive the game, they can, because you never gave them product.
Yeah. So is there some perceived scarcity of I've never understood the whole pre-order thing without benefits. If you pre-order XYZ game, you get all of these extra skins and all of these in-game.
There's some of that.
We used to sit. Well, not we.
Some of it was just
I used to sit at midnight
get
launches
it right away.
And stuff at GameStop. Right. You're just the first to play it. You and your friends, midnight launch, Halo 2.
Yep.
That was fucking dope. Halo 3, I think I did it for too, and then Skyrim I did.
Otherwise,
it
you gotta wait. You'd have to wait like a couple hours for the game to install.
No, Oblivion. Oblivion, I think it was for.
It's like, okay, well, if I wait till the next day, I gotta wait like 2 or 3 hours for the game to install and be updated, and then I can play it finally.
Yeah, but yeah, that's the thing too. Like, if you pre-order it, you could do sometimes you get the pre-download,
Yes.
which is you could download it days prior to when the game releases. So when the servers launch, you already got the game downloaded and you could play, probably with a slight update, but whatever.
Yep, usually a little bit.
So I'm okay with it. It's in Europe, so it doesn't technically affect us yet. Ark is on the Switch now. Did you know that?
Yeah, I heard about that.
And it is trash, apparently.
Oh, shit.
But that game, this game is like one of the most difficult games to run on the PC, and they put it on the fucking Nintendo Switch.
That's why
they had no chance of running it at all.
What game was it that they said they weren't even going to try to put it on Switch? Was that Fallout 76?
Red Dead Redemption 2.
Oh, it's Red Dead Redemption. That's what it was.
There's no way.
Yeah.
There's no way it's going on.
How the hell did Ark think they'd be able to do it?
They'd probably be able to do
broken
GTA
promises,
5.
cash grabs. Who knows? Like,
promises.
they're like, release it. We'll optimize it once we get all the data or something back from it.
Well, they need to release Red Dead on PC first.
Yep. We got a few minutes left here. MTG to enter esports. That was left over from last week.
Yep.
This is bullshit.
Well, it's
Hasbro's bullshit. Magic the Gathering's bullshit.
I think they said there's like you're gonna have 32 pros or something that are gonna be part of it.
Who gives a fuck?
What does that mean for other people that collected cards and shit?
It means that, like I said, I've said this before on.
They're going where the
Yeah.
money is right now. And
I said this before on a podcast episode. Is
people
that
are watching streams right
Magic, the physical game of Magic, will be phased out by Hasbro and go digital, like Hearthstone and Artifact, or they're going to end up selling. Hasbro's going to end up selling Wizards.
What if they like keep the digital rights and just sell the physical
or
rights
just
to a
Magic
different
the
company?
Gathering?
That'd be kind of weird, but it might be possible actually.
The motivation to
might.
buy the physical rights, though, like how many people are going to be like, hey, just in case
It's
the power
something
goes out,
collectible.
we need to have
Yeah.
I mean, on a
shit.
computer, it's not collectible.
The
really.
past
I mean,
for the past year or so, like Magic the Gathering, like the economy just, it's probably in a bubble still, or was in a
it
bubble.
boomed, and now it's just been sitting at the same.
It's just crashed.
It's plateaued.
New
Because
products aren't
all
selling.
the cryptocurrency
all that
people are
shit.
finally thinking about moving on or something.
Yep. Like all the products, everything that they're releasing is just to hit your nostalgia twat and just get that
Jesus.
spinning. So,
Twat spinning.
no, that's it. They're just doing everything they can to try to get you to buy a product with nostalgia and stuff. Promotional product that they normally wouldn't do.
Yep.
For exorbitant prices just to try to get you to buy it, which no one's biting.
Well, I
it's downhill.
With the fully digital, there's no cost to produce it. Well, the physical cards.
Essentially, yeah, exactly.
There's also
manufacturing costs.
no secondary market to deal with.
Yep.
So
And they had MTG Online. They had that deal where if you redeem an entire set of Magic cards, like one of the sets in MTG Online, if you redeem it, you get the set in real life, which is worth money. And like as long as they got a market of digital cards, like they did on MTG Online, there's money there. They don't have to manufacture anything.
Yep.
But now when they do this, they made this new product called MTG Arena. Now they don't have that promise of set redemption in MTG Online. So MTG Online gets phased out. As soon as some people bite onto MTG Arena, suddenly they don't have to dish out physical product for their digital product anymore.
Holy shit.
And then the physical game goes into decline, like I said, and it just goes out the door. It becomes that Hearthstone. It becomes just digital. And they got the pros to back it up now. They hype it up, make it an e-sport, try to get people to bite the digital because the physical's failing. But you may not know this, but Magic the Gathering used to be on ESPN.
Yep.
Like
Holy
the physical
shit,
card game.
for real?
Yeah, you had John Finkel, you know, sitting there being like, "You looking to get stuffed?" And like,
that's
tapping
this is a real thing. Like you're not.
He never said that. John Finkel never said that. Yeah,
I'm talking about like for real.
You can
he used to be sitting at other.
Find it on YouTube clips from ESPN.
I'm about to.
Stuff.
I'm about to do that.
Yep. I was at other Chris's house back in the day, and we used to fucking flip through the channels. Oh, Magic's on ESPN. Slap that on.
When they used to show sumo wrestling and shit. That was the golden age of ESPN.
Yep. And then Magic went into a decline there.
Shit, you gotta be shitting me. For real?
We weren't. The World Championships were on ESPN. The tournaments
wow.
were. Yep. And then eventually it went into decline until I would say probably about. I think Mirrodin is what really picked the game back up. Yeah. Which was just like
Ravnica helped too, but I think that was after.
That was after Mirrodin.
Yeah,
that was years after Mirrodin.
Yeah.
But Mirrodin was essentially just like, here's a broken fucking set filled with artifacts because we know everybody loves the artifact type of card because it's such a simple card. You can have artifact, you can have an artifact creature. Now you can have an artifact land, and which is your mana, whatever. We'll get into that detail, but essentially, it was just a set that's just like made everybody crit their fucking pants. Yep. Like buy this broken shit. It's worth thousands upon thousands of billions.
Yep.
No, it's not worth that much. But they made broken shit, got everybody back in the game, and then mediocre game declines. They released Ravnica, which is, power level creep back up, buys back hype into the game, just downhill since then.
Planeswalkers, they tried to do it with.
Yep, new types of cards.
Yep.
They've been trying everything that a company tries to get people to keep going with their shit. But it's failing, so fuck them. But if they go digital, I don't care as long as they just quit fucking ripping people off and like fuck that physical card game shit and that economy.
Yeah, right.
Aladdin live action movie. Should we just stop?
No.
Aladdin live action movie.
Warning yet?
It
usually does.
It says warning. So the Aladdin live action movie where Will Smith is the genie.
Oh, where? The record is blinking. No, that's what it always does.
It's for record, Alex. What do you think? Will Smith Aladdin movie live action.
Oh well, no. Aladdin. I'm not sure where Aladdin the Agrabah is set, but I don't.
Where are you going with this? Tread carefully. Do we need another cut? Oh, another bleep?
Well, I'm not sure if...
Are they on the travel ban?
If we're going for 100% accuracy for the type of story, I don't know that he's necessarily the guy. But like I said, does it have to be 100% African?
Whoa!
Does it have to be 100%?
What's the word you're looking for?
Accurate.
Oh, accurate. That's way different than African.
I never said
He didn't get out.
He's just trying to put you.
For the word.
Yeah.
We were messing with it.
The thing about this is it started out as a cartoon.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And it's
Williams,
like really hard to follow up. Like you have people that are purists.
I got who should have been. It should have been DJ Khaled. Should have been the genie.
That would have been amazing.
Every time
that would have been amazing.
Every time you make a wish, another one.
Even if he is terrible at acting, that would have been
because he can even wear like the freaking like zip up fucking like tracksuit.
No. Oh my god, that'd be great.
You know his boy Assad would be on set with him too. Like that would be so crazy. Like I need them to remake it. If they made it, I need them to unmake it.
Like accidentally using two wishes at one time. It's the last. He's like, "Congratulations, you played yourself."
Like there'd be so many quotables for that.
What about Hellboy reboot? Did you guys see the trailer?
I saw it.
I'm personally not hyped.
No.
I miss my Ron Perlman.
Apparently, it's
Ron Perlman's good, but I think it had a very not every superhero or anti-hero movie is Deadpool. You don't have this packet was funny shit. Not everybody's Ryan Reynolds.
I want it to be dark.
Yeah, like dark.
The problem is they literally
shit.
followed an arc from the comics for this movie, so it's literally
probably
close
better
to the comics.
That's probably better.
So that comedy was in the comics pretty much.
I will see it.
I just like darker versions of shit.
I know
like
what
this
you're
is
saying.
me as a personal.
You like
consumer.
real versions of shit.
I like
Logan. Like for Wolverine.
Yeah, like I really
right, Ross?
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
You got these 3 fucking titanium claws in your hand, deadly as fuck. Like, what do you do with them? I punch a bunch of dudes and knock them out. What? What? No, you punch them with the claws.
Yeah.
And then they die. You can't have that in the movies. No, except for Logan. I mean, rated R and great.
It just had a very like so like the first version that I actually like that came out. You know, it's this big dude. Now it's like this kind of slim man bun ass dude. I'm like,
you're talking about
the new Hellboy.
The new Hellboy.
In the comics, he has like a really skinny face and stuff.
No, I'm talking about like build, like overall build.
And
like
he's
this
kind of
guy's
skinny
kind
build
of like
in the comics too.
Oh, is he?